and she's a bit flat. I'm going to show you how to fix it. And this does have a tube in it. Now guys, do me a favor. Don't forget to rate the video when it's all over with. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing, throw them down in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Now, first things first, don't forget your safety glasses. Find something you can mark on the tire with. Mark the location of the valve stem on the tire. On this one, it's not balanced, so it's not imperative that you get it back even to maintain balance on the tire. But this way, since it does have a tube, when you find a hole in the tube, you can lay the tube over top of the tire, and you know where to look in the tire, because you have to remember whatever poked a hole in the tube had to come through the tire. So if it's a thorn or a nail or whatever, if you don't see it on the outside of the tire, which I didn't in this one, there was a little piece of wood that I pulled out of it, but I don't think that went all the way through. Could be wrong. But this way, I can lay the tube back over the tire, figure out roughly where it was, and I can check the inside of the tire to make sure there's nothing poking through. It's going to poke a hole in my repaired tube. So, once you mark it, you got to go about breaking it down, breaking the bead. Now, this is sometimes easier said than done. Sometimes you can get in there with a pry bar. As you can see, I don't know how well it's showing up, but it is moving down, which is what you want. So just take your time. There she goes. So, now we've got that side broken down, we've got some dirt that got stuck in here at some point. So, pull that out so it doesn't fall into the tire. Now, there she goes. It's got a little protector on the valve stem. We're going to take the cap off. And there's a little protector that goes through the wheel. Now, I need to get my tire out over the rim. I got these nice handy motorcycle tire spoons, but they do work fairly well for other tires. Start at the valve stem. You have to push one side of the tire down into the relief, and then you can hook the bead on the opposite side and gently work it up and over the tire, being careful not to poke a hole in your tube with whatever you're using for a tire iron. Go. Flip it back over here. Now if we slide our valve stem back through, we can get the valve stem back through. Pull the tube out of the tire. Okay, I don't know how well it's going to show up, but right there is the hole. I can hear the air coming out. So, we found a hole. I went back through, and what I actually used was a mark all metal marker, but I marked the hole, and you can see how big the cross is, because I need to buff a section large enough for a patch. 2 3/8 inch patches, so that's going to be plenty large enough, but I want to have that to extend out past, because sometimes when you buff the tube, you'll actually not be able to see the hole anymore, so you want to know where your hole is, or roughly where the hole should be, so that you know where to place the patch. Now, you need a good solid surface to work on when you're doing this. It just so happens this air tank is going to come in very handy, because I can wrap the tube around it and get it nice and flat while I buff it, and then when I go back and stitch it down. So we're going to buff it out real quick, and I'm just using a die grinder with a clean wire wheel. You don't need a lot of RPM, just enough to scuff it up. So just watch your fingers. Now, once you're done buffing it, you should be able to see how the area around here is nice and shiny and glossy, and that's dull. You want that dull area, because that means you've gotten rid of all of this is no longer a nice slick surface. It's actually got some texture to it, so that the patch will adhere better. And if you notice, my lines cross right here and right here. It's kind of hard to see that one, but it's there. And there's plenty of room for the patch. Now, once you've done buffing, you do not want to touch this. You don't want to introduce any of the dirt or oil off your hands. That is clean. Especially if you're using a clean wire wheel. You haven't got any oil or anything on. You give it one last good look over. I'm going to lay it out right here on top of my air tank, so I can get that area nice and flat, as flat as possible, without touching it. And then you're going to take your rubber cement or vulcanizing cement, get a nice coating to the repair area. You don't want that flash over. You try and stick your patch on with it being too wet, the patch won't stick. It'll actually peel back off. So you can tell when it flashes over, it'll go from being real shiny to a real dull color. While you're waiting for that, you want to take the backing off your patch. Make sure you can wipe the backing on your pants just to get any dirt off of it. You do not want to touch the back of the patch. So if you roll it apart like this, you can take the backing and stick one corner down, roll the other side off. Now you just have that little bit stuck to it so that you can apply it. Take our patch, find it, kind of center it up on our marks, and then very gently, without touching the glue, lay the patch on. Once you've got it laid on, you need to take your stitching tool, which is just a little wheel, push all the air out, and start at the very center and work your way out to the edges. You're going to want to go at least 2 different directions. I normally try and go 3. Not the first 2 are 90 degrees to one another, and the third is a diagonal. Now, we've got her all stitched down. Looks pretty good. One more pass around the edges just to make sure they're all stuck very well. You know, like I said, this isn't the greatest stitching tool, but it does have a buffer on the other side of it that you can actually use to buff the tube for $3. That wasn't bad, and for the little bit I'm going to use it here at home, it'll do just fine. Because every day at work, I definitely want a little better one. Now, we're going to shoot a little bit of air into it. Make sure the patch is going to hold. See, your patch should stretch with the tube. The plastic on the patch won't, though. You can peel that off. And it's holding very nicely. We're very well stuck on. Now that I've got that one fixed, I'm going to give it a good once over and just make sure I didn't miss any other spots. I don't see, hear, or feel anything. If I suspected there was something else, I could use some soap, dish soap and water, and you get bubbles. Wherever you've got a leak, works great. Do it all the time at work. Now I'm going to let the air out of the tube. While I'm doing that, we're going to lay the tube right over top of the tire. There's my valve stem mark. So whatever poked it right in this area. So I'm very carefully going to stick my hand in here. I'm going to feel around. I think there was a little stick, a little piece of wood stuck in this tire. I think that was probably roughly where it was. I don't remember. Don't actually see the spot. I pulled it out before I realized it was stuck in the tire. I thought it was stuck on the tire. Now, if you want to be totally sure that you don't have anything still in there, you can take a shop towel and rub it around the inside of the tire, and even if it's really small, the shop towel will get hung up on it. But I don't feel anything, so I'm thinking the stick that I pulled out was probably what poked a little hole in it. So, next thing we're going to do is push one side of the tire down where the valve stem is located, and very carefully fish the valve stem into the wheel. Now, once you get your valve stem back through the hole, it's a good idea to take, if you don't have a tool for holding a valve stem, which I don't here at home, take a pair of vice grips. You don't have to clamp it tight, but just gently pinch the valve stem so it can't get pulled back through the tire. Then lift your tire back up above your wheel, and you're going to stuff your tube back in, being sure you get the tube down inside the wheel, so that you don't, so that you're less likely to pinch putting it back. There we go. Now, valve stem's right here. We want to start over here next to the valve stem. We want the valve stem area to be the last spot to go on the wheel. We're going to take our nice handy dandy little tire iron. We're just going to keep some pressure on this side and hold it in place. Make sure our tube isn't up against the inside of the wheel. And just start working the tire back on the wheel. Just take little bites at a time. No reason to go crazy. See, the little tire iron that I'm using here, this is very big. It doesn't take much. As long as you take your time, you know what you're doing. tractor tires so they won't pop on the bead properly. Now, once I got it up to 30 pounds, I'm letting the air back out of the tire. That'll allow the tube to relax, and if there's any wrinkles in it, they should come back out now. That way it's not folded over itself where it might wear through and you have another flat. And we'll stick our valve core back in. Our pressure, we are at 28.4. So our take grip. Just nice and steady, 30 psi. So I'm gonna check the pressure again in the morning. Make sure it hasn't lost any air. It's late at night. I'm not going back out to the field to put this back on tonight. We'll put it back on tomorrow. But guys, oh look, there's my good valve cap. Stick that back on there. So, thanks for watching, guys. Do me a favor. Questions, comments, put them in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. Rate the video now it's all over with. Don't be afraid to get out there and get your hands dirty. You might have a little fun doing it. Just save a little money too. We'll see you in the next one.